In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly when you could expect to receive your stimulus check and why it's probably not as quick as you had hoped. I mean, even if you received it today, it's probably not as quick as you had hoped. We all wanted it 2 weeks ago. But anyways, I talked about this briefly on my channel the other day. However, since then, I've literally received over 500 questions, something to the tune of when am I going to receive my stimulus check? So I felt the need to go a little bit more in depth on this to give people a little bit more peace of mind. As you probably already know, over 80 million Americans received their stimulus over direct deposit last week, but that leaves about 70 million eligible Americans who are like, where's my check? And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. So there's kind of two layers to when these checks and additional payments will be sent out. The first layer is people who receive benefits from certain programs like SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, and railroad retirement benefits. And then there's another group who will receive their payments based on their adjusted gross income. So I'm going to go into depth on both of those. For those who receive Social Security benefits like SSI and SSDI, as well as those who receive railroad retirement benefits, you can expect to start receiving your payments sometime early May. The week of the 4th is what it's scheduled currently. However, this is all subject to change. This is as of the most recent information that I can find. However, there are certain people from those groups who have already received their payments. If you're part of one of those groups and you already received your payment, congratulations, consider yourself lucky. I'm really happy for you. That's awesome. For those who receive VA benefits, unfortunately, for some reason, there is not a set date yet. They're saying it's because of additional programming that is needed in order to send payments to those people automatically without anyone having to register. I think this whole thing would have been easier if everyone just had to register on one portal instead of this group does this, that group does that, but you know, it's not my choice to make. For everyone else receiving a paper check, the IRS will be mailing out 5 million checks approximately per week. This group includes people who entered in direct deposit information only to later be notified that they'd be mailed a check. Those who had their direct deposit sent to an incorrect bank in which the IRS will receive that payment back and then mail you a check. And pretty much anyone else who experienced some kind of glitch on the system, I think at this point it's better just to be expected to be mailed a check if you're supposed to get direct deposit, but then didn't. Some of you may still receive a direct deposit, especially those who submitted a tax return and it hasn't been processed yet, or the IRS has other information from you that hasn't been processed. You may still receive that direct deposit. However, I wouldn't bank on it. At this point, it's kind of defaulting to you're going to get mailed a check if you haven't received it yet. It's not impossible, but it's defaulting to that. For everyone else receiving a paper check, you can count on the following payment schedule as of today. Those with the lowest adjusted gross income will receive payments first starting this week, the week of the 20th. This week, anyone with under $10,000 adjusted gross income will be mailed a check. You know, expect mailing time, 3 to 5 days. Each week, it goes up an additional $10,000 adjusted gross income. So this week, like I said, it's under $10,000. Next week, the week of the 27th, is under $20,000, and it scales up from there, $10,000 every week. Under $40,000 AGI by May 15th, under $60,000 AGI by May 29th, under $80,000 AGI by June 12th. And at this point, this would mean all single filers would receive payment by mid-June. Now, this does not mean if you're a joint filer that you will automatically receive your payment after single filers. Here's an example. Let's say a single filer made $60,000 in 2019 and joint filers made $40,000 in 2019. Those joint filers would actually receive their payment first before the single filers. Now moving on, if you made under $100,000 AGI, you'd expect payment by June 26th, under $120,000 by July 10th, under $160,000 by August 7th. And at that point, that would mean all head of households will receive their payment sometime early August, and then moving on under $180,000 AGI by August 21st, under $200,000 AGI by September 4th. So finally, all joint filers would receive their payment by sometime early September. At that point, your payment won't be very big, but you'd be looking at 5 or 6 months. So that's all I have on this today. The IRS can potentially change this schedule, but I know that they want to adhere to it as much as possible and get these payments out as quickly as possible. I would love to see a situation where they say this is when you can expect it, but then they send it 2, 3, 4 weeks early. Only time will tell on that. Until next time, I hope this video helped you out. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.